finally have in-game footage of the Spirit Halloween 2025 game, Haunted Halloween 86. Let's take a look.
Sometimes it's not. I always come back. I am Chucky, the killer dog, and I don't want to give that up.
I know. Why is it called Haunted Halloween 86? This is Spirit Halloween the game, as it should be called, but oh well, they gotta just change it up at some point. If you did not know, there was a post on Facebook that was shared in the Spirit Halloween group that a company got kind of a PR box, some, like, video game collector, not even a Spirit fan, a little odd, but a video game collector got this item that looks like one of those rip-off NES's. They run for like $30. But it had a game in it that had a cover photo that kind of looked 2HD. Some people were saying AI. I don't know why you'd think that, because this looks pretty real. Cover photo, and a cartridge in there. Meaning this is a direct rip-off of the NES, but they've been out for so long, that's fine. Of course, it has the 2 ports for controllers, maybe just one, and it's gonna have that little stupid NES one they can snap in half. But it's so odd that we're getting a video game, but it isn't a video game. It's kind of got its own little console. It's kind of like a knockoffy console, but it looks pretty cool. But now there's a trailer, and I feel like it was a bit of a missed opportunity, and this is not gonna sell too well. When we got the name leak like 8 months ago, we had, well, maybe more like 3. We had an idea of it being in games. Some of us thought it would be like a Nintendo Switch game, since that's going out, and so the game prices to make a game would be cheaper. Some people wanted an HD game, which would have been cool. This is a retro one, which I have respect for the retro vibe, but this is way too cheapo looking. I'm pleasantly happy and surprised. I'm also pleasantly disgusted with how this turned out, because it's fun, but it's not like they put too much effort into it coding-wise. At the beginning, we see this walking in, these 2, like, Mario-esque characters, walking into, a store, and this does not look like a Spirit Halloween, but that's okay. It's very 2D, as you can tell, which is nothing I'm upset about. I'm a sucker for 2D, Sega, Nintendo, but I feel like Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison would not be proud. That's why I have to put it here. But in all seriousness, I think it's just kind of weird. I think video game collectors are gonna have a kick out of this, and it's pretty dang good for a retail store having a video game. But you know, now in like a year, Home Depot is gonna make a post talking about Home Depot HD the game 3D sandbox, which we were hoping a sandbox. I think a lot of us wanted like a 3D fighting game in the ISEs, or so many people have come up with good concepts for like kind of like rip-offs of Mario Kart, where you drive through the ISEs and you can ride different items and boxes. Maybe that would have been a lot cooler than this, but this is just kind of slop, but that's okay. Then there's this weird, like, bloody wall room. I don't know where this is supposed to be. I guess maybe the Pennhurst Asylum where they film this stuff. I don't know what the lore of Haunted Halloween 86 is. Maybe because Spirit Halloween is copyrighted. But it looks so weird. And then another thing that happens is, we look at this next scene and there's a giant face of Nightmare Harvester. Not gonna lie, that's the thing that probably took them 10 hours. That's the most detailed thing in the game. That just moves back and forth and his hand goes up and down. I guess you gotta try and get away from the hand. Just looks like a bunch of maybe like little level mini games. I'll have to see it in person, but I can't really say that because it's still digital. But I'm saying this just isn't the best thing. This is not what I was quite expecting. There's also this one where, this is what's super lazy about this. I don't want to come off as a greedy person, but I think a lot of the people expected a game, not just like a NES type ripoff, like companies do. But there's this part where Crouchy's here, and he's jumping over you, Same exact mechanic as a Hammer Bro from Mario. Kinda sketchy, but okay. Crouchy literally does the same thing as a Hammer Bro, so it's a little confusing. He just jumps over you, tries to get you, and he got like this thing that I guess is like a power star because he's flashing rainbow, I guess, to get Crouchy. I mean, it's fun. I'm a sucker for the vintage nostalgia video game stuff, but I just don't feel like they gave it their all, if that just makes sense. I feel like they could have been coming a lot better. I really just feel like this was a big missed opportunity. But that's okay. I see this selling pretty well amongst fans. I see myself getting it if it's under like $100. If it's over, that's crazy. But this is cool. I should not be so critical for a retail store making a game. It's just I feel like a lot of people expected a bit better. Like this feels like it was made in like a year's time max, which is good and bad, right? Because now we don't have to wait till 2028. Also, why is it called Haunted Halloween 86? Is that even the year Spirit was founded? I don't know. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'll see you guys later. And for everything horror, this is ABC Halloween.
Sometimes it's not. I always come back. I am Chucky, the killer dog, and I don't want to give that up.